My nephew kicked my son's service dog so hard it couldn't walk, and I watched my father do something I'd never seen him do in my entire life. My son has had epilepsy since he was 5. His service dog, Bruno, can detect seizures before they happen. That dog has saved my son's life more times than I can count. 6 months ago, Bruno woke me up in the middle of the night by pawing at my chest. I found my son turning blue in bed. The doctor later told me if Bruno hadn't alerted me when he did, my son could have had permanent brain damage. So, yeah, that dog isn't just a pet, he's family. But I was nervous about bringing Bruno to Thanksgiving at my parents' house because my 13-year-old nephew has always been rough with animals, and my sister has never held him accountable. Within the first hour of arriving, my nephew had already cornered Bruno in the kitchen and yanked his tail hard enough to make him yelp. My sister didn't even look up from her phone. "He's just playing," she said. At dinner the next night, my nephew kept kicking Bruno under the table. Every time it happened, Bruno would flinch and look at me like he was begging me to make it stop. My sister claimed Bruno tried to bite him first. We both knew that was a lie. By Tuesday afternoon, Bruno was missing. After searching the house, I found him locked in the basement, shaking in the dark. That's when I told my dad we were leaving. But he begged me to stay just one more day for Thanksgiving. I should have trusted my gut. Thanksgiving morning, I was in the kitchen when I heard Bruno yelp from the living room. Then again. Then a sound I'd never heard before. I ran in and saw Bruno lying on his side, crying, his back leg bent at a horrible angle. My nephew just stood there and shrugged. "He wouldn't stop following me," he said. My sister rolled her eyes and told me I was overreacting. That's when my son walked in. He saw Bruno on the floor and rushed over to him. But as he knelt down, I noticed his hands start to twitch. Bruno noticed too. Even with a broken leg, he started dragging himself toward my son. Then my son collapsed into a full seizure, and Bruno kept pulling himself forward inch by inch, trying to reach him. That's when my father walked in. He saw my son seizing on the floor. He saw Bruno dragging himself with a shattered leg, and he saw my nephew just standing there watching. My dad has never been a man who yells, not once in my entire life. But this time he exploded. "Get out of my house!" His voice was so loud the whole room went silent. My sister grabbed her son, and they left immediately. My dad dropped to the floor next to my son, held his hand, and stayed there until the seizure passed. Later, Bruno had surgery for his fractured leg. Before I could even offer to help, my father had already paid the entire $4,500 bill. My sister hasn't been invited to a family holiday since, and last month, my nephew got expelled from school for kicking a classmate's therapy dog.